Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the August 16th, 2018 Post Falls Urban Renewal Commission meeting. At this time, we'll call the roll. Director Fountain.
Baltzell.
Here.
Carstensen.
Here.
Crosby.
Here.
Horn.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Commissioners Hauser and Coles have excused absences this morning.
Okay, very good. And Commissioner Horn, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and again, welcome everyone. Under ceremonies, appointments, and announcements, I'd like to say that a public meeting will be held on the proposed fiscal year 2019 budget for the Post Falls Urban Renewal Agency. If anyone wishes to speak and has not filled out a form, please do so now and give it to the Executive Director. Notice of the public hearing was published on August 2nd and August 9th as required by Idaho Code Section 50-29035. Okay, moving on into conflicts and disclosures. Any commissioners have any conflicts to disclose that have anything to do with what's on the agenda this morning? Okay, I see none. Moving on to the consent calendar. Director Fountain.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. Item A in the consent calendar is the Commission workshop minutes of July 17th. Item B is the Commission meeting minutes, July 19th. Item C is the Commission workshop minutes of August 7th. Item D is the payables for this month totaling $656,613.39, which includes a semi-annual loan payment to Washington Trust Bank in the amount of $650,000. Item E is the bank activity report, which shows total in all funds of $5,587,804.76 and accrued interest for the month of $3,621.72. Item F is the financial reports as of July 31st. Your approval of the consent calendar will authorize a transfer of $3,621.72 accrued interest to the general fund and transfer to the Community First checking account $656,613.39 for the payables. I would answer any questions.
Okay. Any questions on any of the items on the consent calendar? If not, voice vote or roll call?
Roll call vote.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I move the approval of the consent items.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any further questions? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Oh,
Roll call. He said.
Chairman, I said roll call vote. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said. All right, back that up.
Baltzell.
Aye.
Carstensen.
Aye.
Crosby.
Aye.
Horn.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carried. Committee updates. Finance and Policy. Commissioner Crosby.
Chairman, the Finance Committee has reviewed the July financials and found them to be accurate. The committee has a meeting on the 27th at 9 a.m. in the Urban Renewal Office to discuss reimbursement percentages, a draft format to bring to the Commission following a review, and maturity of CDs and other related financial issues.
Very good. Thank you. What's the date of that again?
August 27th.
Thank you.
It's a Monday.
Okay. District Review. Is anyone here to represent District Review that would have a comment? Okay. Communications, Property, and Personnel. Commissioner Carstensen.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have a press release that we're going to be presenting to Post Falls Urban Renewal Commission announces the closure of the City Center District. It was very well written by Mr. Crosby and Diane and reviewed by everybody, I think, at this point, and effective today is date of the release, so it will be presented, and we should be seeing it in the Post Falls Press, Coeur d'Alene Press, shortly.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow if they can do it in a timely manner.
Yeah.
You never know, what you're going to get. Okay, thank you. That's good, and I think we all read it, and it was very well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Very factual and all of that. So, thank you very much for doing that. Citizen comments. This section of the agenda is reserved for citizens wishing to address the commission regarding an agency-related issue. Comments related to future public hearings should be held for that public hearing. Persons wishing to speak will have 5 minutes. Do we have any persons out there that would like to speak? Okay. All right, moving right along. The public hearing is now open for the proposed budget for fiscal year 2019. Commissioner Crosby?
Yes. Good morning. The key aspects of the Post Falls Urban Renewal Commission's fiscal year 2019 budget for the year commencing October 1st, 2018 and ending September 30th, 2019. In the category of revenues, tax increment income is projected for each urban rural district and is based on property values and tax rates determined by the Kootenai County Assessor's Office. That's in this section right here. We are projecting small tax increment increases for 3 of our existing districts, ranging from an increase of 0.7% in the case of the East Post Falls District to an increase of 18% in the West Celtice District. These projected increases in tax increment for those 3 districts are based primarily on new development within those districts coming onto the tax rolls, especially new industrial buildings in the West Celtice District. Increment in the Center Point District is projected to essentially stay the same as last year, and no increment is projected for the City Center District because we are closing that district effective today. Overall, the increment increase for the remaining 4 districts will average only 2%, and aggregate tax increment allocated to the urban renewal will be reduced by more than $550,000 with the closing of the City Center District in fiscal year 2018. We are not projecting any other income. Other income is shown on 2017, which was a fee charged in conjunction with the creation of a new sub-district for Point Apartments in the Center Point District. Interest income is projected at $18,000, slightly more than our 2018 budget based on projected increases in interest rates. However, the Commission will also continue to aggressively pay down debt, so we have maintained a conservative projection in terms of interest income. Carryover revenue set forth in this section right here is collected on in prior periods within a district and will be applied to pay for public improvements which are currently underway or are planned for the future. We are projecting carryover revenues in 2019 to be reduced significantly as we draw down on revenues carried forward from prior periods to pay for public improvements which are being completed and to pay down debt on Greens Ferry. We are not projecting any borrowings in 2019, which if we were, would be shown in the revenue section of the budget under the line Other Financing Sources. Our main expenditure is debt repayment. Over the course of the fiscal year, it is our intention to fully repay the $4 million in outstanding bonds that were issued to build the Greens Ferry overpass. And that will be an early retirement of that debt. Total revenues projected for 2019 are $7,006,830, slightly higher than our 2018 budget of $6,518,897. The increase is primarily due to increased carryover funds of increment not yet paid out to reduce debt. Proponent reimbursement in the expense section. Proponent reimbursement are funds that the agency pays out for approved and completed public improvements, including debt repayment and interest expense associated with any debt. And this is projected to increase by $499,933 to $6.876 million. This increase is a result of reimbursement being paid for completed and dedicated and accepted public improvements and our continued focus on paying down debt on borrowed funds as quickly as possible. The operating expenses of the Urban Renewal Agency continue to decline. Our fiscal year 2019 operating expenses are projected at $130,000. This is a decrease of 8.5% from the operating expenses that we had projected in our fiscal 2018 budget. We are projecting decreases in expenses for unemployment taxes. Is that good? Thank you. We are projecting decreases in expenses for unemployment taxes, postage, post office box, computer software, and telephone. We are projecting slight increases in the following items: audit, employee wages and related expenses, engineering services as we enter into a new district, insurance, office equipment as we plan to update our aging technology, computer repair and maintenance for configuring our new equipment, and a $40 increase in the annual cost of maintaining our website. We also increased our contingency from $5,000 to $10,000. Total expenses are forecast at $7,006,830, and of that total, $6,876,830, or 98.2 of those expenses is allocated for debt repayment and funds being reimbursed to proponents for completed, approved, and dedicated public improvements. The remaining 1.8% of the forecast expenses, or $130,000, are operating expenses associated with operating the agency and administering the open districts that we have, including a $10,000 contingency and a projected transfer of $6,465 to the agency's general fund. Income and expenses match, as they should, and that is our projected budget. Are there any questions?
Okay, first of all, do we have nobody's turned any forms in, excuse me, to ask any questions. That being the case, I will now close the public part of the hearing and open for Commissioner comments and deliberations and further action on the presentation. No comments?
Questions?
Comments? Okay, very good. We've had a lot of opportunity to review it anyway, so I think that's good. Excellent job on that presentation. And we would now, unfinished business, we would...
Mr. Chairman, I would move the approval of the budget.
Okay, there a second?
I think we could move right into the approval of the resolution, except that basically approves the budget, so.
Yeah, resolution approving the budget. Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Davis?
Aye.
Baltzell?
Aye.
Carstensen?
Aye.
Crosby?
Aye.
Horn?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Motion carried.
Good job, man.
Okay, under new business, approval of semi-annual proponent reimbursements.
Thank you. We have the semi-annual proponent reimbursements totaling $848,185.15, which is from tax increment received within the urban renewal districts and will be distributed as follows. In the Centerpoint District, the proponent is Point Partners, LLC. Their reimbursement amount is $390,262.69, and that will reduce their obligation to $1,614,414.19. In the Tullamore District, the proponent is Copper Basin Construction. Their reimbursement amount is $298,976.50, and then that reduces their remaining obligation to $3,615,455.27. Tullamore Commons 2, the proponent is Whitewater Creek. Their reimbursement is $13,595.65, and their remaining obligation will be $218,621.80. In the West Saltese District, Greenstone Corporation is the proponent. They will receive a reimbursement check for $145,350.31, and that reduces their obligation to $571,546.88. So as the proponent of a district puts in additional infrastructure as approved in the district plan, those costs are submitted and reviewed by Welsh Comer and the Finance Committee. After commission approval, the amounts are added to the remaining obligation. This year, we had a couple of additional additions to the obligations with in CenterPoint and in Expo. So Expo has a current fund balance of $540,931.84, which will be used towards Expo Parkway and Jacqueline Road, and I'm anticipating those to be completed and reviewed and everything prior to our fiscal year end. And in CenterPoint, we have the Point Apartments out there, and they've accrued $36,613.76, and we are waiting for their the agreements from Todd Prescott. So those funds will be paid out when we receive that.
Okay, you ready for
Yep, a motion would be in order to
little
approve
action?
those.
We have a motion to approve the reimbursement, proponent reimbursement amounts.
I'd move that we approve the reimbursement amounts.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, roll call vote, please.
Baltzell,
Aye.
Carstensen,
Aye.
Crosby,
Aye.
Horn,
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, very good, thank you. Motion carried. And now approval of city center surplus rebate checks.
Okay, last September, the agency published a closing budget for the city center, and on March 15th, Commission approved Resolution 2018-01 recommending termination of the city center plan and the revenue allocation area, and a surplus be declared and distributed. Following is a breakdown of the amounts being returned to the various taxing entities. The total amount is $448,435.64. Kootenai County will receive a check in the amount of $104,359.57. City of Post Falls, $187,291.81. Post Falls Highway District, $17,160.91. School District 273, $20,540.65. Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, $66,434.78. Community Library Network, $12,440.65. North Idaho College, $34,487.20. And Kootenai EMS, $5,720.07. So a motion would be in order to approve these payments in the amount of $448,435.64 and approve Resolution 2018-07.
Okay. Anybody like to make that a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve those payments.
Second the motion.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I would also like to point out with the closing of this district, we are going to return new construction value of $21,903,000 to these taxing entities, which will result in significant additional tax revenue to each of those entities, and shows the value of the urban renewal program. For example, Post Falls can be projected to receive in taxes from that additional new construction increment next year, approximately $115,000.
Very good, excellent comments. Anyone else? They can enjoy that in their new budget process, can't they? for
Year
the next-
after year, going forward.
Okay, very good, thank you. Roll call vote, please.
Davis,
Aye.
Baltzell,
Aye.
Carstensen,
Aye.
Crosby,
Aye.
Horn.
Aye.
Thank you.
Very good. Staff report and updates.
Out in the CenterPoint district, Panda Express has started construction in front of Walmart out there. It's on the southeast corner. If you've been out there, it's dirt work right now, but Panda Express is going in. And Maverick Gas Station has submitted their site plans to the city for review. And they are still in negotiations with 4 industrial users, but they said it's looking very positive. And that's all I have.
Okay, any questions on any of that? All right, moving along. Commissioner comments.
Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to thank the Planning Commission for the time they took to review the Post Falls Technical District Plan and to confirm that it meets the city's comprehensive plan and to recommend its consideration by the City Council. We worked a long time on that plan. Diane put a lot of effort into it, and we had I thought it was an excellent plan, and I appreciate the fact that they reviewed it and approved it.
Thank you. Any other comments? Larry?
I'd just like to encourage everybody, in the words of past Commissioner Holloway, attend the North Idaho State Fair.
Are you going to be working in the
Yes.
food court this year?
Yes?
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Look forward to hearing the results of the City Council's review of the recommendation being made by Planning and Zoning, and that we'll get a positive response. I believe it's next week.
It is. It's next Tuesday, and then they will set a hearing date for either October 2nd or October 16th.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. That's going to be an outstanding process and a huge contribution to our community in lots of ways. So that's really, really great. And again, I appreciate the time that not only Diane, but Pete and Lynn put in on putting the plan together too. It's 130-something thousand pages, and it's a lot.
Not quite that
Maybe not quite that much, but there's a lot there. It's all good stuff. And it'll be a public record when we get through the process here shortly. So I don't have any other comments. Anybody else have anything they'd like to comment or say? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We are adjourned.